learned to an election. Live in the hills, but I still get a spread. Started with a little, but I still reinvest it. Fear how I feel, then you feel like a blessing. I just want the lesson, I just want protection. I'm up and I'm down, but they sound like progression. Farmer never plans if he waits for perfection. Finger to the down, hold it down, we gon' get it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got your Watchlist coming into July 7, 2020, and the stock market is going to go crazy. Yes, I usually say that on Monday, but I was expecting bullishness. Now we got it. I'm really excited to show you this. Something we've been following along, and where we're at with the S&P 500, it is pointing to pretty much if we get to a certain level, we should see some craziness. So we have a lot of things to talk about, really a lot, but not too much. I am going to be focusing a lot on plays in this watch list. Bro, am I tripping out? Is Tesla up $100 after hours? No. Oh, I sold off the ghetto spread, but damn, we're going to go over this play. It would have been $500 into $14,000. I only walked away with $3,700, but some of you are still in that, so congratulations. But I want to go over this and a few other plays. If this doesn't highlight it, if you didn't look at Amazon, someone was like, what kind of stock goes up $100 in a day? And I was like, are you talking about Tesla or Amazon? There is a lot of craziness in the market. I have a bunch of plays, so we are going to cover it. So it is going to be exciting. I hope you guys are ready. Shout out to everybody who got in today. It was a lot of fun. We even dropped the Colt merchandise too. The link is in the description, but most of it is already sold out. So I love all you guys. God bless you. But I got the plays for you. I got the keys. We have a lot to go over. So you guys know what you need to do. Drop your thumbs up on the video. Make sure you're subscribed. And if you don't know, we are live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. It's the first link in the description and it is pinned in the comments. We better see you there in the morning. It's free $99. It costs you nothing to join. YouTube.com/the stock market. You could post the plays, see the plays, watch the watch list come to life, and you can even find exclusive clothing that is sold out in an hour called Colt Preem or whatever. I don't know. Okay, I'm just excited. I have a funny story. I'll tell you about it on stream. But do not forget the most important thing you need to do. Post your watch list below this. So what you're looking at, got any plays, comments, remixes, anything, post them below and source that info, okay? Right off the bat, the first thing is well, there you go. Shout out to merch. But first thing was what we saw today. Like I said, I'm going to be focusing on the plays a little bit for this watch list because there is opportunity. Again, I'm shocked even this Tesla after hours. I mean, I'm low-key mind blown. But what you saw today was the first phase of this tech earnings run-up. So I don't know how Tesla applies to that, but what we saw with Amazon, Netflix, Microsoft, even Facebook, it was pretty crazy because even in the morning, there was a really big divergence. So we still closed up a decent amount, but the fact that you're up 5-6% on some of these stocks, that's a huge day. Anytime we've ever done moves like that, I've said it's a crazy day. So you're getting opportunity. However, earnings is right around the corner. So this was the first part of that tech run up. So what you're really going to see here, it's going to be an opportunity, but it is also going to be very, very tricky. The answer is go small. I'm really, really mad even with the Tesla now, but Amazon, I went over that play yesterday. It was ironic because I was like, you could do exactly this, and it played out. So there was a lot of opportunity. I was getting greedy I wanted a bigger play, but the answer is going to be small. Getting time on stuff and keep that in mind. However, now to get a general analysis of the market, understand you are going to be in an earnings mode and then watch as different industries. And as we start really after 2 weeks, it will be all earnings. So this is the first part. Don't get too jumpy. Again, things could change, but get ready to see a lot of cat dogs where you're going to start seeing some industries pull one way and then the market might stay the same or go a different way. So keep that in mind. But as far as today, why we went up, a lot of surprising economic data, but overall, I believe it was sentiment. So you got good economic data. It is trailing. This is from about 30 days ago, but services PMI was killer. It surprised, it beat, but then also in the EU, in the morning, we got positive retail sales again. All of the numbers are doing very, very good. And what is that compared to is because a few months ago when all this was happening and people really started to get worried, they started really putting in very, very low price expectations in earnings. So now that we've seen it play out and it's not that bad, people are like, okay, that's very, very good. So initially when the virus started, people weren't bearish, but in the middle of it, they got extremely bearish. And that's why now we're smashing all the estimates. But like I said, I believe the main thing was Buffett and China. Not only was it Warren Buffett, you also saw a deal with Uber and Postmates today. Shout out to long term, but Buffett made a deal for Dominion Energy. It's a big oil company. It's worth a lot. China was up 6%, and the people are saying it's quote unquote sentiment, but you start to look across the board, even Buffett acting, Buffett making a move. When all of this was happening, he didn't want to buy anything. He said, I'm going to go in cash. A lot of people were hesitant, but the fact Buffett's stepping in to buy stuff, you're seeing what's going on with China, all this data is kind of good. And then now also even add in the real estate market. I've been looking a lot at that. We talked a little bit about that on stream. However, even economic data, you got pending home sales, new home sales, all that was last week. All of this is pointing towards a lot of people are really still buying stuff. So again, people were really freaked out. And that's the thing. The people with all of the money are no longer freaked out. And this is the paradox of it, is that we're getting signals. It still is early to tell. We will see earnings and all the data, but Wall Street could be early to assume this, but you're seeing how it's adding fuel to the fire and what it's doing now. So with earnings setting up, tech divergences like this, I really can't believe Tesla is up $100 after hours. Oh my gosh. But all of this, putting this into context, it's going to create a massive opportunity and stuff is genuinely going crazy. Again, the fact that you had a mix of big bearishness, estimates, low estimates, downgrades, cutting estimates, and now we're smashing estimates, and now tech is at all-time high, and the market's like high, but it's not. And then the interest rates, you have a lot of things changing, but these are crazy moves. So we have a lot to talk about with the plays. We have a lot of things to look for. That is what we saw here today. We're not going to really see too much. Again, this week doesn't have that many economic events. Next week we'll have more along with earnings, but we will see if we get to the range. But the main thing, before I get into the plays, this is the final thing I want to highlight. This is what we talked about. Notice we had 4 big up days, but take a look at the bonds. Remember I said, if the market is going to go crazy here, what you really need to watch for is when the bonds start to go up and then TLT would fall. So that's not happening yet. And even though this is a big move kind of up towards these highs, take a look. Bonds aren't as bullish as when the market was up here. So this is your crazy point, my friends. This is what I'm trying to say with this video. If this week we get to 322, 323, and we get back up to here and it gets reflected in the bonds and the bonds start to sell off again and we bust above there, things will get crazy. But if we tap out here, this is going to be kind of a cuck for 2 weeks, probably until the next earnings season drives us up there, or this earnings season allows us on the pre-run-up, or after as the results start to come out. But remember that divergence is very, very important and showing you the conviction of investors. But that is pretty much it. I hope you guys are ready, but let us get into the plays. Right off the bat, I am again, I can't say, I didn't mean to do that, but I meant to say, what the hell, Tesla? I can't believe it is at 4. I thought I was tripping out. So here's the deal. I'm going to go over the Amazon play that we missed. There was a very, very key with earnings pricing that I need to highlight. However, after we go over the Amazon play, I have 3 different plays, 2 of them that I think are near earnings. I think they're lagging. I'm going to be focusing on tech because we're still a few weeks out, and the key here is going to be on option pricing. So these earning run-ups are great, but you cannot forget that you could buy them too high. After it keeps running up, it is a game of musical chairs and hot potato at the same time. It's really, really messed up. So if you buy the premium too high, you will get clapped. So these are going to be the plays I'm going to be looking at, and then I have a whole nother set of random plays we're going to be going over. So we'll talk about those. Let us get to the Amazon play. But then I also am going to highlight Tesla one more time because look at this sad. This was the 1320, and if you guys remember, we got that one last week. Where is it? Right there, baby. June 29th, end of the month. I bought this at 524. I was trying to get the 300 too. Oh man, even a 1280, but I finally got the 524. And then remember, I ghetto spreaded that the other day, so I had a max gain of about $12,000 here. I got $3,700 today, or about $3,000 total. You could see the difference between there. And then I sold off the Amgens, but I sold out of it today. It was up a lot. I was like, it's near the money. It only has a week of time. Even though I said I was going to hold Tesla, I didn't, and I can't believe it's up there. But it was still a good play. I'm not going to beat myself up over it. Again, Tesla will probably go crazy tomorrow. We might be able to trade it through there, but that after hours move is unreal. I hope you guys know that. But there is that play. But now here is the main lesson, because I'm going to show you the plays I want to get, but you have to understand what happened with Amazon. So what I'm going to do is show you the contracts that we played the other day. Okay, so here's the irony of this play, because I said this yesterday on the watch list, and I said, you could do the exact same thing, but little did I know, you literally could have done this exactly. So I'm going to go to the option chain because I got pump fake. This morning, I got screwed on it. But the play right here is the July 27th or the July 17th, 3,300 calls. I bought these at 543. I bought 3 of them, and I sold 2 of them on Friday for $920. Got my initial investment plus profit. I'm holding the last one, but now it's at $15.95. So 3,300 call July 17th. Let's go to Amazon now. So this captures the earnings run up, but this is what I want to show you guys with the contract, because this is what I was scared of this morning, because what happened, you really, it's hard to see it because Amazon had such a big day today, but you can see right here, 2890 to 2945. So this is where I sold out of the contracts at $1,000. But then what happened, the stock gapped up in the morning. But then if we come to these contracts here, the 3,300s, what were they at in the morning? Remember, those contracts were at $3. They went back up to the same price I bought them. But now take a look over here. They come down. They were up to like 600. They dropped to 500. But that's when pretty much the stock barely was dropping. So when I'm analyzing this and I'm looking at this, I'm like, okay, remember it had a big $60, $70 or more day the other day. On Friday, it was up a lot, and I was like, well, it gapped back up, but it was kind of like Tesla. The days we saw Tesla where it kind of dropped down. So I was like, well, maybe the earnings run up, because if you get too late on an earnings run up after a big move, it could be overpriced and then you end up buying it too high. So then that's why when the stock is up, you still lose premium. So I was like, nah, I don't think it could move. But then out of nowhere, Amazon went and it just did like a $70 move in a really, really short amount of time. And again, you're seeing Tesla. Like, you guys have to realize the market is going crazy. That's literally what this is insane. After already being up $40. Again, they closed up 178, 6% at all-time highs. Their market cap is $1.5 trillion. Wild, but this is what you got to be careful for. So now these are what I'm going to show you with the plays, is making sure that you could still get plays that kind of have premium in the same price, but you want to make sure you're not getting the plays when they have too much juice and then you pretty much get clapped. So again, here was the play yesterday. It was at 300. So then this morning, this is what I'm saying. It was back up at $500, but it was at a pretty much the same price or lower. That would have been too much. But then sure enough, you could see this, it went crazy and now it's frogging. So I'm still holding that play. And now here are the other plays I want to look at now, Nvidia and Facebook. So pretty much in the middle of this, I think the ones that are going to go crazy, it's going to be Netflix, it's going to be all the FANG and tech stocks that have all been going crazy. But now it's finding the ones that haven't gone crazy but have still done good. Again, 2% is good, 6% is crazy. So what I'm going to start doing is try to aim for some of these and find the ones that are lagging, but I'm assuming they are. So you could kind of see here, take a look at the option chain. I'm just clicking random ones and I'm going out of the money on July 17th, but notice Amazon, this looks like the contracts we saw. So again, if this gaps up tomorrow morning, all of you go crazy. We'll get clapped on these, but I'm going to look for more time. But the cult loves you. I love you. Here's my gift to you. Nvidia is lagging if and only if, though, it goes up. So now if Nvidia drops and it doesn't, again, Amazon and Tesla only did that because they shot straight up. The underlying has to go crazy. So I'm assuming that if we are going to see more exuberance in tech rotation and we still see all these stocks go crazy, the cat dog widens, these are going to be the real winners and losers. So Nvidia is going to be the first one. Again, these are random plays. I haven't selected them, but I'm saying look at the option pricing. You have to see it tomorrow, but keep this pricing in mind. And then the next one is Facebook. And why do I say Facebook? Because they got all of that negative news that kept them down. They had big velocity here, but kind of the same logic. Again, you could see premium was high. The premiums are not as high. But now if we are going to go to Amazon, like I just showed you, go click any of these out the money, you can see the premiums are capped. That's already the earnings run up. So do you see what I'm saying? This morning, I thought the Amazons were already had the run up, so I didn't buy more. But little did I know, I got really, really pump faked and I was surprised. So there's that. And then another play, I said Shopify. It came down a lot, but the fact that it's still up, the contracts may not get cheap. And again, you could see here, take a look. What do you notice? The contracts are up. These are just, again, I'm clicking random out the monies and you could see the price, but you could visualize it. See, they have a big premium. There's a lot of expectation. So these really, really need to get clapped. But finally, the last play and the last thing I'd look for you guys is service stocks or the random big movers. We might start eyeing them now. So I kind of have a list for you, but stocks that I'm looking at, don't forget, like Beyond could be a good one, but ANET, that's one that we've played a lot. We know it makes big moves. Again, if the market gets crazy, and again, this is what I'm saying, adding all this together, if the bonds sell off and we break out past that level and then earnings, we might start seeing some really, really just wild moves. Or if all the exuberance and the party just goes crazy until it gets shut off, that could also happen. But watch Arista Networks. I'm going to keep them in mind. Same thing with VMware. I like them. Baba, but the thing about Baba, they already went crazy. But this could also be a good breakout, though. I like Baba. Somebody remind me of those in the morning. Walmart, they're down, but I like them for earnings play, so I'm going to keep eyes on them. These are kind of some of the earnings ones I'm eyeing now, but I might set up some of these plays throughout the week. Again, I want to see what it throws at us. Like I said, Spotify just sold off randomly after being up. I'm waiting. Again, I need those at cheaper prices. Again, just pay attention to what I just showed you with the premiums. Beyond, I like, but again, it's holding up there. We still got those plays, but they're mostly clapped, dead, or just kind of just holding up. Again, we're still in those, but then watch the rest of the list. I like Boeing as well too. I wanted to get them, but the contracts didn't really look too appeasing. Oh, ServiceNow, watch them. Big growth names are going to be mover, tech rotations. Keep that in mind, but that's pretty much it for there. And I think we went over all these companies. Watch TLT again, just in reference to the bonds. Again, dollar and gold as well too. I haven't checked gold, but I would watch that in the midst of everything because it's still kind of going up. And again, that could happen where the market might rip up into this exuberance mode and now people might start buying into gold as they're not really as, again, a lot of things going on with bonds. So either way, I hope you know it's going to be excited, but that is your watch list, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you're hydrated, healthy, ready to go. Make sure you post your watch list. Make sure we see you there in the morning. I need the armor on. I need the helmet shining, and I need you to have a little bit of peace, baby. You gotta have faith. You say, I don't know, man, it's a bad situation, then you need faith if you don't know, baby. At the same time, you did good, and you think this is it. Maybe that's all. Maybe I'm supposed to know. You were supposed to make $20 million on Tesla. Let's go, baby. Reach and have some faith. But you gotta stay focused and control the budget, baby. The code loves you. I love you. I'm gonna see you in the morning. Let's go.